Good morning, everyone. おはようございます、皆さん。Hey, 燃える and mayo and fish. おはようございます。How y'all doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the big wide world, I suppose. Hope you all having a good day. Alright, we are back with more translation today. やっていこうと思います。Let's do this. So, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did last week. 先週やってた通りに and I should probably make this like an element on my screen, right? But so you see that it is now 9:03, so 9:40 we will pick a sentence, and then 9:50 we will have the workshop. Okay, doing well, you? Thank you. I'm alright. Kind of finished some stuff last night, so that was good. Mori Takarashi, おはようございます。Taishi code. I'm not sure I understand, but thank you for the comment. Okay, so this will be the same at 10:40, and also the same at 10:50. Right, so we'll pick the sentence, we'll have the workshop, and we will have lots of fun. Starring Aniplex of America English voice actor. I'm not sure that I'm quite good enough to be there, but thank you for your vote of confidence. And also today at the end, at around maybe 11:15, I have something fun planned. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that there, and yeah, it's gonna be a clip-worthy thing, I think, and I think I might do the clipping myself. I don't know. If there's someone who can clip it for me, I'll be happy. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be cringe. When is what I do not cringe? It's gonna be fun though. Anyways, so let's get into it. やっていこうと思います。Alright. I really should make this like an element on the screen, but I can't imagine what it would look like. Where I put it. Maybe I could put it instead of my Twitter thing. I could put this there, and have it sort of like flip like this, maybe. Think about it. All right. よし、じゃあやっていこうではないか。Let me see. Where were we again? We're still all the way up here. Instant kill. 瞬殺だよ。瞬殺。Okay. Literal kill. Good stuff. I know why the spacing looked weird for me. Because I did this. I don't do this. I don't do this formatting for this series. There we go. And that's a lot more reasonable. Okay. よし。まあ先人が瞬殺されてもお変わりあるからいいんだけど、okay. So this is Sago's reaction, right? And so he was so Kuma-san just one punched the shit out of that world shadow, but then Sago is now like, oh. Ma Senjin. So Ma is usually I usually go with well for this, but Ma Senjin would be sort of like, and I should turn this on. I don't know why it doesn't work on here anymore. But Senjin is sort of like the vanguard, right? 瞬殺されても、瞬殺 being instant KO'd されても even if it's instant KO'd おかわり would be second, so there's more of them があるからいいんだけど so there is seconds, we got seconds, so it's fine. Well, we have seconds. Well, there are seconds. Should I use seconds? Well, yeah, okay, there are seconds, so it doesn't matter that he finished off the vanguard so quickly. Or we can just go, well, doesn't matter. There are seconds. Did it keep the formatting? Did it keep the formatting? It did. There we go. Well, it doesn't matter. There's seconds. Okay, so as you see, maybe I should bring it back out. Look, I basically deleted some of the information, right? There are seconds. Doesn't matter there. So what doesn't matter? It doesn't matter that he finished off the vanguard so quickly. However, in English, at least personally, the way I see this is we don't need this. Sometimes it happens. Japanese is a lot more repetitive than in English, right? Here Sago made a whole big fuss about it was a literal instant KO. Oh my god, so awesome, right? And then here he's sort of like saying again that shunsatsu again, right? Like he finished so quickly, and he's saying that it doesn't matter. So the way I see this is you don't need to actually repeat it again in English, because even when he says doesn't matter, it's pretty clear what he's referring to. What he's saying doesn't matter, right? So it was the fact that it's instantly KO'd, right? There we go. So that's not. Doesn't matter. There's more where that came from. Ooh, there's more where that came from. Maybe that's better, because I wasn't very sure about using the word seconds there. Exclusive and dubbed. I hate dubbed anime though. Dubbed anime is so bad. Well, I shouldn't say it's so bad. I shouldn't say that. No, I don't. I shouldn't say that. I don't actually watch dubbed anime. I just don't watch them sort of on principle. I've heard that there are some good dubbed ones out there, but just in general, I don't like them. It's like if there's a Japanese one, then I'll watch the Japanese one. Alright? So this is a sort of like because I know Japanese kind of thing, I suppose. It's also like, I don't read English translated versions of novels and the manga. Right? Because I can read Japanese. I'd rather read it in the original Japanese. The only sort of times when I come into contact with translations by other people is sort of like, okay, when I watch anime and I put on the English subs, because then it might give me inspiration for my own translations without affecting my enjoyment of the series, because I'm listening to it in Japanese. And computer games, when they have English translations, English subtitles for what's going on in game, but it's also in Japanese. Basically it's the same thing. So that's about the only times when I come into contact with other people's translations. God damn, I think I'm hungry. I think I'm hungry. Oh well. これは植え込みからにじみ出す世界の闇。植え込み。ほうほう。Shrubbery. The shrubbery. Wasn't he going down a small street? He's going down a small side street, wasn't he? Komichi. It's a small street. I'm surprised there's shrubbery on a small street. I guess it's not the kind of street that I was imagining. I was imagining like an alleyway, like the kind where Batman would come in. Oh, Batman! I guess it's more of a like a more common sort of 住宅街 I guess it's more sort of something like this then. It's a lot wider, a lot more open than I imagined. And then if it's like this, then I guess it makes sense that there's shrubbery. Anyways. 看板の影からひょっこり世界の闇。This is a gutter, I'm pretty sure. This is a rain gutter. 雨どいから絞り出されるように世界の闇。屋根からもったりこぼれ落ちる世界の闇。Ooh, okay, this is gonna be an interesting one. This is an interesting one because the author is getting creative. Kurodome sensei is getting creative. Sorry, there's something wrong with my nose today, so. Whew. Okay. So, the structure here, he's basically doing the same structure for 4 sentences in a row, right? This is the source. So from here, kara, the kara means from here, right? And then this is the verb, and this is the world shadow, right? So the world shadows are sort of like nijimi dasu. How do I say this? Apparently it doesn't want to show me. Nijimu. Oozing out, I would think, right? To ooze out, right? Nijimi deru. Why does it show it here but not just now? Nijimi deru. So it's world shadows oozing from the shrubbery, right? And so all of this is in the same structure, right? So this is like banners or signs, right? Let me think about this. ちょっと考えときますね。植え込みからにじみ出す世界の闇。World shadows. Doesn't matter. There's more where that came from. World shadows. I have a thought. We can add something to make it sort of... Okay, the reason why I'm thinking about this is because world shadows oozing from the shrubbery. This doesn't sound good. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain why, but I feel like it doesn't quite fit the overall vibe. So instead, I'm gonna add something. I'm gonna go look. this work? Let me try it first. Let me try this first. Okay, no, I think it doesn't work. I think it's not gonna work. From behind. Kanban. This is not working. This is not working. Why do I do this? 絞り出される。Being squeezed out. No. Bah. No. もったり。もったり。Thank you. Thank you. 違うんだよね。ないんだよね。英語。moist? Let's go 意味。濃厚で粘りが強い様。So it's crawling. What is the word for molasses? Verb for molasses. Damn it. I wanted like a verb, like a good verb for it. Trickle. Trickle, not quite right. Crawling, maybe. Yeah, no. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Spring began a couple of days ago in Hong Kong. Did you notice any changes in the weather recently? Heesh, you know that I stay home, right? It's all the same to me. One thing that's changed is maybe I start turning on my aircon a bit sometimes, partly, some parts in the day. That's about it. I never leave the house. Well, I mean, I leave the house, but like for like food. Oh, right. Flowers fell from a tree. So like when I go get my food, I walk around a little bit outside, and there was like this tree which has like these big flowers, and all the flowers fell, and it's all over the ground, and it's annoying because I don't want to step on them. That's about all the impression I have of spring. I'm generally not a sort of like a nature guy, I suppose. Like, you know, this reminds me of the whole hanami thing, right? Like like watching like viewing the sakura blossoms, and you have like a picnic in the park and all of that. And I like the concept. The concept sounds great, and the animes make it look beautiful and really fun. But I doubt the actual funness of doing it in real life. Is it really fun? Has anyone ever actually done it? I imagine, like, if you sit underneath the tree, okay, at least the petals will fall on your food, which you don't want. Okay, and that's assuming that there are no insects on the ground, because you're sitting on the ground. Are there gonna be ants that are gonna crawl all over your food? Don't want that, right? Are there gonna be insects flying in the air, like bees or some shit? I don't know. Spring makes me think of bees. I don't know. I clearly have never tried it, and look, if someone invites me, I'll give it a go. If someone invites me, I'll give it a try. But you know, clearly, I'm not in Japan, and I don't know anyone who would invite me, so I will remain with my prejudiced ideas about hanami. And people drink like alcohol, right? And I have another whole thing about alcohol, man. And I mean, like they make it look so fun in anime, but like, bro, how long would hanami last? How long? Let me think. No, I mean, not let me think. Like, tell me, how long do you guys think hanami would last? Cause if it lasts for like 4 hours, that's a long time, you know, in real life. That's a long time. What are you gonna do for 4 hours? Think about it. Nothing goes on for 4 hours. I guess you can talk with the people. I guess if you know the people, you can talk with them. Yeah, okay, I guess that's the thing. Taishi's a pessimist. Party hooper. I don't know. I'm an introvert, okay? I'm an introvert. If you've ever doubted the fact that I'm an introvert, this speech should convince you beyond shadow of a doubt that I'm an introvert. Drunk Taishi. No, I don't get drunk because I don't drink. No wonder you have no friends. I have friends. I have like 3 friends. 3 people that I would actually call friends, like in real life. I mean, 3 close friends, and one isn't even in Hong Kong, so I haven't seen him in ages. Just like social events as well, unless we're friends. See? Well, I mean, like, if I'm in the right mindset for it, sometimes I don't mind. Like, cause like I want to get to know new people also sometimes. I mean, I haven't done that in real life in a long time, but sort of. I don't know. There's a difference between introvert and shut-in. I'm not a shut-in because, you know, a shut-in can't leave the house, right? Or can't leave the room, right? Like they physically can't. Well, I mean, like they physically can, but like they mentally can't, right? Like there's something that's keeping, they can't actually step out, right? So that's not me. I'm just an introvert. And now every day I go out to grab my food and stuff like that, right? I go out. I see the flowers that fall on the ground and they're just rotting, and I'm like, flowers. Right, so that's me, right? You don't drink? I don't drink. It's not so much like I can't drink. It's just I just don't drink. Like I choose not to drink. it's not because I've got anything against drinking. When's the last time you touched grass? Ages, years, man. Nobody actually touches grass, okay? I know the saying is just a joke, but if you think about it reasonably, no one would actually go and touch grass except for Lo. Lo apparently touches grass for his job. I don't understand, but like normal people wouldn't just walk out the house and lean down and touch the grass. Like, why? No, just walk on and do your thing, right? So, anyways, so it's not that I have anything against drinking per se. It's just that the way I understand it, drinking gives you a headache. It gives you a hangover, and it costs money. So the way I see it is, why would I waste money to give myself a headache? So I don't see like if it's like a trade deal, you know the meme, like it's a trade deal. Like if you give me this, you get this, right? Like so here, I'm getting a headache, but what would I get in return for drinking? Nothing. Or at least I don't know what there is. So I'm like, you know, why would I get into it? So I'm not into the whole drinking thing. But if other people drink, it's not like I'm against other people drinking. It's their money. They can spend their money however they want, and they get their headache. It's not my headache. So basically, yeah. Hold up, I had to defend alcohol here. Go on. Let's hear it. If you get drunk or don't drink enough water, you're dehydrated. Mayo. We're talking about alcohol here. I drink water. I drink a lot of water. Okay, like I'm a very unhealthy person. Well, I mean, I'm not like I am obese. Because the gym like did me on a scale thing, and it said that I'm obese, you know, whatever. But the only stat that was good was my water retention, because I drink a lot of water. So seems Taishi drunk before but never got drunk. I drunk before enough to get a raging headache. Like my head was pounding and shit. Like I drank like one glass of wine, red wine, and my head was like it was like thudding. It was like like I could hear my own heartbeat in my head, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, people do this for fun? They're retarded. One, everyone has different tolerances for alcohol. Fair enough. So is your point that it's enjoyable if you drink before the point where you get the headache? Mayo meant to say that if you get a hangover because alcohol makes you dehydrated. If you drink enough water together with alcohol, no headaches. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. If that was true, then no one would ever have a hangover. If anyone has a hangover, you can just tell them, oh, you didn't drink enough water. I doubt that that's how that works, man. I think you had some strong red wine, or you have very little tolerance. I don't know. I had I think it was like a. I probably have low tolerance. I once drank like a cup of sparkling juice when I was young. This is when I was young, so it was long ago. Maybe my tolerance was lower because I was young. But I drank a cup of sparkling juice and I got the headache. And so I recognized it when I drank that cup of red wine. I'm like, this is what this is. So. By the way, did you have food before the wine? Yep, I had dinner first, and then after that it was like a social thing, and then like someone was like, hey, I have bottle of wine. Anyone want to try? And I'm like, I haven't had alcohol really. I might give it a go, like I don't knock it till you try it, right? So I was like, yes, I will have some. Give me a cup. And then they had in a fancy cup, like not a fancy cup, like a wine cup, right? Like they had like these, and it's like and it was filled up to like maybe here, and as I had some wine, and I was like, oh, like halfway through the event, I was like, oh, I have a headache. This is probably not good. So, anyways. Actually, that is how it works. Hangovers because of you being dehydrated. You just need to drink water while drinking alcohol. What? I doubt it. If that's true, I doubt it. The main cause of a hangover is the effect of ethanol, alcohol in your drinks. It's a toxic chemical that works in the body as a diuretic, which means it makes you pee more and you can become dehydrated as a result. The cause is ethanol. The cause is not dehydration. The dehydration is a result. If the cause is the dehydration, then that means anyone who ever gets a hangover, you can just point at them and laugh at them because that means they didn't drink enough water and it's their own fault. That's not how it works. I don't think it is. Anyways, so that's my thing against alcohol. It's like, I get a headache for what? For nothing. Then why get into it? And it might taste good, but it's like even if it tastes good, it's like a chicken race, right? Like you have this thing that tastes good, but like there's a certain point where if you go too far, you get the headache. Then I'm like, why would I want to play this stupid game where I can just enjoy something else? I can just get some good food or something, or drink something else that tastes good. Whatever. I don't know. Take it from us, Tashi. Those scientists never got drunk to the point of shitting their pants. Just because you got drunk to the point of shitting your pants, it doesn't mean you understand what's happening in your body. Those people are scientists. Those people are doctors. They understand what's happening with your body more than you do. Obviously. That's low. That's not how science works, right? It's not because you experienced it that you understand it more, okay? It's people who actually study it who understand it more, okay? They know the math and the chemistry. They understand it more. Water with alcohol also dilutes it, so you absorb alcohol slower, but yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so like I've never, I'm always open to people, that meme, like changed my mind. changed my mind meme. Like I'm always open to people changing my mind about alcohol, but that's my opinion about alcohol, and nobody's ever changed my mind about it. So you're welcome to have a try. Fuck the doctors, they always want your money. What? I mean, that could be true. That's not something that I would argue. But I would also say, if they're a proper doctor and if they actually went through med school, and they're a proper doctor, then I would say that they understand your body more than you understand your body. at a sort of like knowledgeable level, right? Not so much like if you're like, oh, I'm in pain here, but then the doctor's like, we can't really test it, it doesn't show up on MR. Then I'll be like, okay, fine, you know your body better in so much that where it hurts and how much it hurts. But like, I would say that you don't really understand like the physiology and the chemistry, the biochemistry stuff, right? Yeah. I guess this means more alcohol for me. Well, have fun, I guess. I mean, I don't think there's ever like a shortage of alcohol, right? There's plenty of alcohol. I don't understand. It's such a huge market, right? There's beer. There's so many kinds of alcohol too. Right? There's beer, there's wine, there's white wine, there's whiskey, there's brandy. There's so many things. I mean, I get on an intellectual level that people enjoy drinking these things, but I don't know. We just need to make Taishi drunk to the point he's giggling. Well, I mean, never gonna achieve that, because I'm not gonna, because think about it. If the only way you can make me drunk is for me to actually buy the alcohol and drink it myself, right? Because we're online, so never gonna happen. I'm not gonna waste my money on that shit. And when I say drink this and that, but I can't drink as much as I had before. Good thing it's not my liver, because it's still as strong as ever. Good. Don't destroy your body with drinking. Speaking of drinking, you should see Jacob when he's drunk. I've seen his messages on the Discord server. It's more reason why I don't want to drink. About shadows. Taisha, I have relatives in Hong Kong. I can go there to find you. Not now, you can't. Actually, they just did lift the quarantine things, I think, right? So technically you can, but plane ticket's expensive, isn't it? Edwin Nukunikara, ohayou gozaimasu. I heard rumor that we're drinking. No, I just went on the whole thing about how I think drinking is stupid. And then I am Flip was like, hold on, I need to defend drinking, buddy. I've yet to hear anything convincing. So. Time to dox Taishin and pay him a visit. Honestly, like, I'm one of the rare VTubers where I wouldn't mind being doxed. I probably shouldn't say this on record, but like, because like I'm a professional translator too, which is sort of like I sort of use the same name in a professional capacity, right? So I'm sort of prepared, like mentally prepared for the day when I have to reveal my identity. I mean, I don't really mind. So if you actually come to Hong Kong, tell me, because I actually would meet up with you and we can have a meal together. I'm totally happy to do so. Oh, 9:40. It's 9:40. Okay. Wow. This is the sentence that you guys are gonna do. We made so little. We made so little progress today. It was just datsuda. Which is fun. But okay, so this is the sentence that you guys are gonna do. Oh boy. Okay, first of all, here, I'm gonna put the sentence here, right? Let's wrap it. Then I'm gonna share it. Hold on. Put this here. Then I'm gonna pin it. All right. So so put your name here, and this is where you're gonna have your go at translating the sentence. Before that, I will translate the next sentence first, so that you have context. That's before and after, right? I totally get you, Taishi. There's a reason my name is just on everything I do too. There you go, Tom. There you go. Hey, Tom, come to Hong Kong. Let's have some. Actually, I was gonna say let's have some pizza, but I imagine the pizza in Hong Kong is probably bad compared to what you have. So if you come to Hong Kong, let's hang out. Definitely. 残る一体は固定で抜き手ですよね。これ抜き手で表皮を突き破り石の核をえぐり出し、最後の抵抗に水の触手で締め上げられる中、壁に叩きつけて破壊した。The last one, he finished off by jabbing his hand into the body of the last one, gouging out its core, stone core. The World Shadow put up a token resistance. As a token resistance, the World Shadow reached out with its tentacles to choke him, but he slammed it against a wall. But he destroyed it. Destroy. Is there a better word for destroy? But he obliterated it. Let's obliterate it by slamming it against a wall. All right. So this is the context before. This is the context after. This is just like a war cry, like right. So this is the sentence that you'll be translating. And so clearly, this sentence indicates that the fight is ending, right? So the fight is ending here. So you can imagine that the context for this sentence would be talking about how he's fighting. Since this is the end of the fight, this is sort of the beginning of the fight. So this would be the fight itself. Okay? So this is all the context. This is all the context that I'm going to give you. The link to the Google Doc, not Google Doc, it's a spreadsheet. Google spreadsheet has been pinned. So when it is 9:50, then if you want to participate, feel free to go to the sheet and have your own try at it, and try to translate this the way however you think it is. I'll give you 5 minutes for that, and then after that we will talk about all the translations, and I'll give you feedback. And that's how it is. Use the right email this time. Wait, did I use the wrong email? Hold on. No, it's correct. No, it's correct. sometimes Google does the weird thing, and I use the like an older email, but it doesn't matter. Taisha, when you invite an overseas friend to your country, you take them out for a drink. No. No. It'll just be food. I'll cook for you. You will? That's so nice. I mean, there's nothing in my home though. We have like one IX heater. We have a lot of pots. My sister bought even more pots the other day because she thought we didn't have pots. But I was like, look, we have 3 pots. And she bought more pots. I think we have like 5 pots or like 6 pots now. So we have a lot of pots. We have no condiments whatsoever. I would be interested to see what you can make. Who's Lo-san? That's low-grade translator. He calls himself Lo-san. First, I want to cook for Taishi too. Second, what is going on? We're doing the same thing that we did last week. Where, we're starting a bit later, but yeah, you get to have a go translating the sentence yourself. It'll be fun. 無能力者とは思えない無双乱舞をしているとこ、本当に申し訳ないが、物量に負けてピンチになるまで無限に湧いて出るぞ。ピンチになってもらうための演出ですまんね。Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what he's doing. Oh, okay. Whew. なるほど。He was putting up such a good fight. Almost seemed like he had a superpower himself, but I needed him to be overwhelmed by sheer numbers and to fall into a into a pinch. Is that a proper English? Is that a proper English thing? Hold on. Fall into a pinch. In a pinch. I can help you out in a pinch. In a pinch. Do people say fall into a pinch? I don't know. I know here in Japanese this is pinch, right? 負けてピンチになる. But that's 和製英語. It's a false friend. It's a false friend. We don't do that here. I'm gonna leave this for now. It is now 9:50, so go on and give it a try. And 5 minutes later, I will be back with you, and we will go over what everyone did. And yeah. The phrase "in a pinch" is common, but I've never heard "fall into" for it. Exactly right. Because all the sentences here, they use "in a pinch," but it's not. It's sort of used as a term by itself. You don't like, it's used to describe a situation, like this situation or like something. This is like in a pinch, but people don't attach verbs to it, I don't think. So to be in trouble and to need help. There we go. That's good. I needed him to be overwhelmed by sheer numbers and to need help. Yep. Fall into his knees. I don't understand, Moeru. Gotten yourself into a pinch. Normally that would work also. That would be appropriate also, but here Kuma is not getting himself into a pinch. Sago is the one sort of putting him into trouble, right? Sago is the one sort of trying to corner him. So it's not like gotten yourself into a pinch is sort of something that you do to yourself. But here it is something that someone else is doing to that is something that someone is doing to someone else. So, not quite correct. But yeah. You know what? I don't want to talk about too many things to distract you guys. There's still 3 minutes, so go give it a try. In the meantime, hold on, I need some water. Meantime, I think I can go on and break up the sentence, right? Darn it, sorry. Please, I need to remember the word you're using for the fuel drive. For the fuel, the PSI drive uses. Just say PSI drive fuel. Just go fuel. Doesn't matter. That would be like a context term. So I wouldn't say you're wrong or anything. My vocabulary knowledge too small to try. Sorry, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is only for those who want to try it. I don't know why I started coughing. Okay, it is now 9:55. Pens down, everyone, or hands up from the keyboard. Hands up. Okay, I will first do the sentence myself, and then we will compare to what you guys have done. Okay. So, クマさんが鋭い月の連打で3体を吹き飛ばしたが、そこで4発分の燃料を使い切る。クマさん unleashed a barrage of sharp jabs, but not sent 3 world shadows blew 3 world shadows away, but ended up using 4発分 I don't know the counter word for this. For enough fuel for 4. But ended up using enough fuel for 4 of them. Okay, so this is hand check. Kuma-san sounds so strong. He is very strong. He looks like a Kuma. He looks like a bear. Okay, so this is the way that I would translate it. Let me see. Kuma-san は鋭い突き so like 連打で3体を吹き飛ばした So this is sort of like a cut off. This is like the first half of the sentence because this ga is a but, right? So but. So something happens, but something happens, right? So to first go through this front part. So what happens is Kuma-san sent so 3 of them flying, right? So he sent them flying. So to make it sort of like flow better, I say he blew them away. And 3 of them using 鋭い突きの連打 So 鋭い means sharp, 突き is a jab. I suppose these could be punches, these could be jabs. I don't know. He just does it so fast that it becomes called a jab, right? Like even if you're using your fist in boxing, right? Like even when you're punching with your fist, if it's so fast, they call it a jab, right? So there you go. So that's a jab. No renda, so it's a barrage. So he just so yeah. So that's what happens, but そこで4発分の燃料を使い切る He ended up using up, so 使い切る is to use up, right? So use all the way to the end, right? For example, like if you use up the battery on your phone and then your phone is run out of battery, so 電池を使い切る So he ended up using up the fuel for I don't know. I don't know the counter word here either. So I sort of rearranged the sentence so that it said. So I'm saying like he ended up using enough fuel for 4 of them. Okay, then I don't have to deal with the counter word. So, all right. Let's see. This is a bad RI. I don't know what's an RI. Okay, let's see. First of all, Do-san. Kuma-san blasted 3 of them with a flurry of jabs, exhausting 4 fuel cells. Let me see. Actually, this is not bad. Not bad. Low here. So this is low, right? Low-san is low. So he dealt away with the ga thing. So instead of making it sort of like this happened, but this happened. Low just made it like a continuous description where like he blasted 3 of them away. He blasted 3 of them away using 4 of the things. So this would work. It would be preferable to keep the but thing, but depending on the flow of the passage, at times it is necessary to deal away with sort of like these minor detail things and to just go like this. So this is pretty good. Yep. The return on investment. I see. I think he. I don't know. I know random words, but nothing that's very useful, hence the random things I see in Japanese. I see. Okay, next. Hish. Kuma-san blew away 3 shadows by repeatedly stabbing them, exhausting his fuel after 4 uses as a result. Okay. You have the general idea. Again, you dealt away with the ga, with the but. which again is it could be done depending on the context. You got the part where he blew away 3 shadows, but it's a repeated thing. Yes, it's a denda, so it's a repeated thing. Stabbing, that's fine. I would take away some points because you didn't. Because when you use the word stabbing, like it's true that you can stab with your hand, but normally when the word stabbing is used, people think of like a knife or a sharp object, right? So if you're stabbing with your hand, normally you would have to clarify that he's using his hand. So stabbing would not be quite the right word here. で、4発分の燃料を使い切る and exhausting his fuel after 4 uses. I wouldn't say after 4 uses. It would be 4発分, right? So if it says 4発, then it's 4 uses. But 4発分 is the amount, the quantity equal to 4 uses. So that's you missed the term bun here, and so it sort of changed the way that you describe this. Can we use as a result something here? As a result can work also. Generally, again, this is not sort of like a hard and fast rule, but in general, I would prefer but because it's the shorter, and because it's shorter, it's snappier. But depending on the context of the passage before and after, as a result could work. Again, though, do note that the term as a result doesn't exactly replace the but, right? If the word but sort of implies that something happened, but something else happened. So it's sort of like detracting from the first thing that happened. Like if the first thing that happened was like a good thing, and you go but, then you know that what follows is sort of like not as good. It's making sort of like the first thing that you described not as perfect as it seems. So that's what the term but serves there. That's the role. But if you use as a result, it doesn't have that. If you use as a result, it's a cause and effect, but it doesn't necessitate the fact that what follows is a sort of a negative thing, right? So again, depending on the context, you could use as a result, but is not as good for this sentence. Despite this, exactly. Yep. Last is blank, but okay, fine. Now, 没有. Something in Japanese I think has to do with something with a possessive, because no, but probably still wrong. Not helpful, but that is it's not even a possessive. This is 4発分の燃料. The no here is sort of used, so it's 4, let's say punches or whatever, 4 punches worth of fuel. So I guess this is more of. So of, not exactly this. But anyways, yep. Okay, that's that. All right. Nah, my bad. Okay, there we go. Still wrong. Hi. So I was going through this, right? 物流に負けてピンチになるまで無限に湧いてくるぞ。As such, the world shadows were going to keep coming, keep showing up. ピンチになってもらうための演出ですもんね。I'm sorry. But this is 演出。How should I do 演出? If there's a next time I'll try, then still not confident in my ability. Have fun. Have fun with this. I mean, like, you give it your best shot, and then I'll just I'll explain what parts you got right, what parts you got wrong, and hopefully the hope is that this helps you sort of learn Japanese a bit, sort of in a hands-on way, right? Like, I'm not very good at like teaching with like a textbook. Maybe I am. I don't know. I haven't actually tried it. But this is sort of, you see me doing this sort of a hands-on way, so that's the way that I teach. And hopefully, so for example, he's going like Yonhatsubun. I couldn't figure out what it means, so now he's learned this grammar, so now he knows what it is. I'm sorry, but this is an instant. Instant is another word that you can't translate directly. Set up. And it's supposed to make you I'm trying to think of another way to sort of say this without using the same terms. At least I caused laughter. Hey, that's cool. I literally guessed because of one symbol. There's no way you can do worse. Go for it. That's true. That's true. I really hate when there's more than one ga, or both ha and ga are in the same sentence. Ooh, that's an interesting point. All I can say about that is you would have to develop the ability to tell where phrases start and end, or where phrases cut off, right? Like for example here, the ga cuts it off with the but, right? Like when I say cut off, I mean like as a phrase, right? You see that the ga here, it cuts it off. And so you would need to sort of develop the ability to understand where it cuts off. Once you develop that ability, then even if there's several ga and several ha and several whatevers, you can split it up and it becomes a lot more manageable. I mean, I say develop the ability, but there's really no other way but to just keep going through this, right? Just to keep being in contact, immersing yourself with Japanese, with everything. So, but that's the direction that you should go for. I need you to be a damsel in distress. Oh. Oh, that's an interesting suggestion. I'm actually thinking about it. If we were to use it, we'd use it up here, and then so that I can bring the need help down here. I don't know, but maybe damsel was not quite. Maybe damsel doesn't quite fit because this is a big hulking guy. It's a big guy. big guy. See, in Japanese, I keep saying this, right? In Japanese, repetition Japanese is a lot more lenient on repetition. And sure enough, look, ピンチになる pinchになって which is exactly just pinch になる They used the exact same thing. Kurodome sensei was able to use the exact same term, exact same phrase in 2 sentences in a row. But we can't do this in English, so that's why we need to keep thinking of different ways to say the same thing. That's basically one of the mini games in translation. Like you have the same thing. Now you think, how can you say it again in the same way, using different words? Cry for help. I wouldn't quite use cry for help because, again, this is not on you. This is a character thing. He is not the kind of character who would actually cry out for help. Ooh. Maybe this. Maybe this. Alright, CMAL. Thanks for dropping by. Maybe this. I'm sorry, but this is a setup that you're not supposed to be able to get out of by yourself. I think I'll go with this. Call for reinforcements. Again, it's a character thing, which sort of like he's a like lone wolf kind of guy. He's not gonna call for reinforcements. So instead, what I did here is I flipped it from positive to negative. Like, I need help is sort of like a positive way of saying it, but here I flipped it to a negative way where like he can't get out of it himself. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it better, but it, like there's the text. So yeah, that's one way to sort of say it a different way. One final thing that I want to say about this is 本当に申し訳ないんが So there's this here, right? 無能力者とは思えない無双乱暴しているところも本当に申し訳ないが So this is Sago saying like I'm really really sorry to do this to you when all this is happening. Really sorry. Instead, I brought the sorry down here. Reason being, すまんね is also an apology. There are 2 apologies, 2 of them. So again, with the repetition thing, we don't want repetition, so we deleted one basically, snapped one. Only want one. Twins, you only want one. Delete the other twin. 咳込みながらよろめくクマさんにさらにおかわり前から横から後ろから横からうぞうぞと追加の闇が現れる Okay, so 咳込みながら夜めく. Okay, 夜めく. So this I had to think about what this means a bit because 咳込む means to like you're coughing, like I was coughing just now, right? And I'm thinking, why is he coughing? Why is he? And I figured out he's coughing. He's coughing because he's actually choking from the lack of air. Just like he's just done. And then yoromeku means to sort of like you're tottering. You can't stand up straight. You can't walk straight. So he's really shaky. Shaky. Who put this into the dictionary? Shaky. What the fuck is this? Stagger, totter, real. So this is what it is. I don't know why he's shaky. I don't know why. Who put shaky? Anyways, so he's tottering, but sort of like make it sound more like serious and gravitas, and give it some gravitas. One way to do that is to sort of spell things out, to be a little bit more wordy, right? So because Kuma-san was choking from lack of air, and his steps turned unsteady. So that's that. Kuma-san ni okawari. So more. So that's but I continued sending shadows at him. So this is sort of like just spelling it out a little bit. Can you say arawareru? That's the hardest word to pronounce I currently know. Here, if you have trouble pronouncing a word, it helps to sort of put it into jisho because it gives you the ateji, right? So this is a, da, wa, de, ru. So that's arawareru. Okay. So as long as you remember the hiragana properly and how to pronounce them properly, then you're good to go. You guys probably weren't watching last night, but like Yura did like a katakana stream last night, right? Like she did like a stream where she was practicing how to read katakana. She did pretty good. However, one thing about her learning Japanese is she doesn't have a very good grasp on hiragana. Funnily enough, sometimes she adds weird syllables to it, and I don't understand why. I'm having trouble understanding why. Like for example, the term dogeza. So that's literally do, ge, za, right? It's exactly how it seems. It's exactly how it looks. But for some reason, she reads as don, gen, za. I don't know why there's an N there. I don't understand. Why, Yura? Why? And also sometimes she mixes up sort of like for example, if the term was ke, she read it as ka. It's things like that. But basically, my point is, if you have the hiragana down pat and you can read it properly, all the terms, if you take it slowly, it's you can pronounce everything. That's the good thing about this being an alphabetical language, sort of, right? It's sort of like at least the pronunciation is alphabetical. Nita! Hi, Nita. Maybe I'll study with Yura. Nita, like I watched your was it birthday thing? I'm sorry. I think no, it was an anniversary thing, and you were singing like Japanese songs. I was really impressed with your pronunciation. You did a really good job. But yes, help her with the practice. Still confused on some katakana. Okay, fair enough. Because I mean it's like sort of like 46 things that you have to remember like twice, right? You have to remember it twice. So it would take some time, but like my thing is always just get the katakana and the hiragana down pat, and then you can at least you can pronounce things even if you don't understand what it is. But yeah, so that's a da wa de du. Okay, now here's one word that I don't like. Actually no, I forgot what it is. Damn it, I hate it so much that I forgot what it is. It might come back sometime. All right, let's move on. Thank you. I keep working on it. Just good job. Very, very good job. All right. Not allowing him a moment of respite. Okay. So Kuma-san is now in trouble. Okay, to continue to explain this sentence. So 前から横から後ろからうぞうぞと追加の闇が現れる. So in Japanese here, this is from the front. So kara is from, right? We've seen this many times. So from the front, from the sides, from the back, uzo uzo. It's sort of like, you know, it's an onomatopoeia for okay. It can mean that. It does also mean that. But technically, sometimes the dictionary doesn't help. 英語じゃない。うぞうぞ、意味。あれ？心が惹かれて身の内が突き動かされるような様を表す言葉。からうぞうぞ、うずく。I think this term is from the うずく。Okay, this is not gonna go well, is it? I don't know where. うぞむぞ。Fearfully, gingerly. So the impression that I get from this uzo uzo is they're just going at it. They're just going for it. They're crawling. I don't know. Now I'm doubting myself. Everywhere, completely surrounded. But yeah, basically the point is, so this term aside, it's a sort of like an onomatopoeia. So it sort of adds, it's an adjective to the action, but we'll leave it for now. But the point here is in Japanese, he's being descriptive. The Kurodome sensei is being descriptive, saying that it's coming from the front, from the sides, from the back. But in English, I don't think that we can make it sound good by doing this directly, by doing a direct translation. They crowd toward him from the front, from the sides, and from the back. I mean, technically it could work. But I personally would prefer this. I mean, if someone said they crawl toward him from the front, from the sides, and from the back, I mean, I wouldn't mark it wrong. It would be a personal preference, I guess. よし、最近ババアが俺の骨を使った全自動世界の闇を開発しているらしいが、まだすべて城で操作している。100体ぐらいで一気に襲いかかる絶望的シチュエーションをやりたいところだが、俺の脳みそスペックが足りずに、そこまで同時操作はできない。3、4体で波状攻撃が一番無理がない。 Okay, alright. Recently, ババが俺の骨を使った。Baba was, I heard that Baba was using my bones to develop completely autonomous world shadows. But I was still moving everything manually. 100体ぐらいで一気に襲いかかる。I really wanted to create this desperate, make situation seem more desperate with 100 world shadows attacking all at once, but my mind did not have the specs for it. For controlling so many at the same time. Safest 一番無理がない。I wouldn't use safest. The most reasonable, the most comfortable. Okay, there's a lot of definitions of comfortable. There's a lot of definitions of comfortable. So many comfortable. How comfortable do you want to be, people? Maybe. What? I closed it. I closed it. I didn't want to close it, but bring it back out. Sometimes I just go moody ga nai and ego. So I just put this in and I put ego to see if anyone has come up with like a good translation. It's reasonable, understandable, natural, realistic. Maybe natural. Most natural way for me to do this was to send 3 or 4 to send them in waves of 3 or 4. Okay. All right, let's break this down. Okay, the number of definitions for comfortable makes me uncomfortable. There's so many, wasn't there? There's so many. Provide a feeling of ease or relaxation. Relaxation when worn, free from stress and emotional pressure. There's so many. Of a person, lucky. What does that mean? How does comfortable mean lucky? What? Oh, like affluent, like so, like you're comfortable, as in like you don't have to struggle for your living. So you have the money. Fair enough. Okay, let's go through this. 最近 So, one thing is, here, 最近ババが俺の骨を使った全次郎、世界の闇を開発しているらしいんが Okay, obviously, this ga breaks off the sentence, so that's a but right there. Okay, so you can sort of know that this latter part you can deal with later. You can leave it for the you that's 5 minutes later. Now, let's look at this by itself. So, dashi. Dashi sort of it introduces a certain uncertainty to the sentence, right? Because for example, like what is a simple sentence? Like the sky is blue, 空が青い. So that would be like just a straight sentence. When you add dashi to the end of it, 空が青いらしい, it introduces a certain degree of uncertainty. It makes it like apparently the sky is blue. So that completely changes the feel of the sentence, right? Because then apparently then you have questions. You're like, does this person not know that the sky is supposed to be blue, or like, is the sky not supposed to be blue, right? Because now there's a certain like uncertainty to it. So then you can sort of develop off of that. However, that's technically not what I wanted to get into. What I wanted to say is, I just want to explain that the dashi adds uncertainty. Sometimes, when there's dashi in the text, you can deal away with it in a translation, because Japanese in general sort of has more uncertainty. That's just the way it is. You know how the Japanese people they don't say things straight to you. You know, like do you want to go to this party? And it's like, I'll think about it, right? But they actually mean no. Like they don't want to be straight with you. In the same way, there's a lot of uncertainty when they speak in the text. So dashi. Sometimes. So this is for you to determine based on the context. As always, context is king. That's my motto. Context is king. But sometimes you can deal with it. You can deal away with it. But in this here, I chose not to deal away with it. I chose to keep it. And a common way to translate dashi would be apparently. So that would be apparently at the beginning of a sentence. Adding apparently to the beginning of the sentence adds that certain degree of uncertainty. But another way of translating dashi would be I heard. So you aren't sure. You heard from someone, from somewhere, not clarified. Don't know who, don't know where, but I heard. So you don't know that is true or not. So this is like another way of translating dashi. So 最近ババが俺の骨を使った、So recently Baba is using my bones を開発 Okay, again 最近ババが何々を開発している So Baba is developing something. What is she developing? This thing in the middle. So this is the noun 世界の闇 that'll be the word shadows. And then this is an adverb for the word shadow. So 全自動 So that's fully autonomous. So they can move by themselves apparently. And this is sort of to describe everything here. So that's 俺の骨を使った So using my bones, made out of my bones. So here you can go, I heard that Baba was developing autonomous word shadows using my bones, made out of my bones. Or you can also do this, it's the same thing. Same thing. Okay? まだ、が So this is the but, and then the まだすべて手動で操作している However, but I was still moving everything manually. Okay? And 100体ぐらいで一気に襲いかかる絶望的シチュエーションをやりたい So he really wanted to, he really wanted to sort of do this thing where he's sending like 100 world shadows at Kuma-san. And that would be very, very, oh fuck kind of thing. Danga, however, ore no miso, my brain thingies, my brain thingies. What am I saying? My brain basically. The specs of my brains are not enough. 足りず not enough. で、そこまで同時操作ができない。同時操作 is manipulating something at the same time. 3、4体で波状攻撃が一番無理がない。So, 3, 4 of them attacking in a wave. 波状攻撃 This is sort of, the 波状 is the adverb for 攻撃 攻撃 is attack. So what kind of attack? Like a wave kind of attack. So that means they're coming in waves. が一番無理がない。無理がない sort of, yeah, you saw me struggle with it a little bit. It means sort of like he's not pushing himself. By this method, so sending them in waves of 3 or 4 is the way where he's not pushing himself. It's the most easiest or it's the most stablest way or whatever. So I went with the most natural way, I suppose. Textbooks tell me to use ちょっと to refuse anything. Oh no, that is true. They do that. Yes. バカな、なんた嫌がる。This can't be happening. How many of them are there? Okay, so that's a pretty simple one. It is now 10:40. So this is the sentence that you guys will be doing next. Okay? There you go. That's the next one. And so I will do the next one first, so that you guys have the context for it. 完全包囲されたクマさんは構えを取りつつ冷や汗を流している。Covered in a cold sweat as he brought his fists back up. Wow, completely surrounded. Masaka. Bakana. I really want to use this in like in real life somehow, somewhere, someday. You know, like I have a problem. The way that I speak Japanese, there's a problem with it. Oh, I mean, there are many problems with the way I speak Japanese. So I would never recommend that people learn how to speak Japanese from me, because there are many problems with the way that I speak Japanese. One of the problems is that I learned my lines from manga and anime, and there's a bit of I'm a little bit chuni, right? So I'm a little bit, you know, I'm unconsciously looking for opportunities to use lines like this. Bakana. And so sometimes they're not very appropriate. I don't know what to say. Sometimes they come across a bit strong. But yes, that's a me problem. 資源時あたりに救難要請を出せば空間転移で間に合わないこともないかもしれないが、クマさんを締め上げた時にスマホはすり取って植え込みの影に転がしてある。拾い上げる隙はさすがにない。Oh, Saku's such a bitch. He's terrible. Return. What's up now? The next sentence is up. We'll be doing it in 6 minutes. If he if he was to contact Shigeji, he could probably ask Shigeji for aid. He could probably arrive in time. He could probably get there in time. However, when the world shadow that had tried to choke him at near the start of the fight had also stolen his phone, basically. Not quite pickpocketed, yeah. Also pickpocketed his phone and threw it under some bushes. And I was not giving him the time to pick it up. I would imagine there's a lot of room for interpretation. What are you talking about? Okay, しげじあたり、しげじに救難要請 that's the requesting reinforcements that Tom was talking about earlier. So this救難要請 yeah, basically to ask Shigeji for aid. So for reinforcements to reinforce him. I think for asking him for aid, to ask for aid is, I guess, a better way. We can break this down a little bit. And を出せば空間移動でprobably get there in time using teleportation. 空間移動で間に合わないこともない。Okay. Don't want to get into this. 間に合わないこともないが he won't not make it in time, basically. This is a double negative. So I guess I changed it into like a positive, like with uncertainty, so he could probably get there in time. But yeah, this is your double negative. 間に合わないこともない 間に合う means to make it in time, right? So 間に合わない is not to make it in time. 間に合わないこともないがbut he might not make it in time. Double negatives. Annoying, no matter the language. が、熊さんを締め上げたときに when the world shadow tried to choke him, スマホはすり取って so he pickpocketed his smartphone. I mean, honestly, smartphone, phone, same. In this day and age, even if you say phone, people will immediately think of smartphone. They wouldn't think of any other phone. that's the default, right? すり取って植え込みの、影に転がしてある。So, it threw it under the under the bushes. 拾い上げる隙はさすがにない。And of course, he does not have time to pick it up. Is a more direct way of translating it. And I guess I decided to do it sort of like from a different point of view. And I was not giving him the time to pick it up. I know why I did this now. I know why I did this. Because it's getting a little bit confusing with the two guys being here. So one thing is, it's very confusing when you have two people of the same gender and being mentioned in one paragraph. Because you use the same pronouns, right? Like he and he. So it's a bit confusing. It's a lot better when you have a guy and a girl. Okay, but here we have two guys. So it was getting a bit confusing, I think. I thought it was getting a bit confusing. So here's one way to sort of get out of it. So to get out of that situation, that annoying situation, is to sort of change the perspective. So here I changed it to Asago's perspective. Okay, it is now 10:50. So go on and give this sentence a try. それでも十分に絶望感が演出できたようだ。So that is your sentence. This is the context before, this is the context after. And this is your sentence. So go for it. Have fun. Feel free to use the resources. I realized I forgot to mention them, but the resources are down here. So feel free to use any of them. This is the thesaurus, this is the dictionary, and a dictionary. And of course, you also have Google. So yep. And I'm gonna drink some water. How much did we do today? Nothing. We pretty much did nothing. It's fine. I should probably think of something to do during these times, right? それでも十分に絶望感は演出できたようだ。You guys are lucky. This is a short sentence. それでも。 質。Scenario. You do have to remember that 演出できた is the way it's doing this. So this would be a verb. Okay, 10:55. Pens down. Okay? Alright. So, let's go over the sentence. Okay, それでも十分に絶望感を演出できたようだ。So, それでも would be even so. 十分 is enough. 十分に so enough or more than enough. 絶望感 is sort of like a so whatever 感 is whatever feeling you are, right? So 絶望感 is this feeling of despair. 演出 as he said, it can mean scenario, it can mean a lot of things. There's a noun and there's also a verb, right? It's a bit of a trap, this word, 演出, because you don't it's kind of hard to directly translate the word, but anyways. So 演出 is sort of like 演出する. So できた means successfully did, right? So the verb for it would be 演出する, right? So that means to organize something, to do something, right? And ようだ it again introduces a certain degree of uncertainty because it seems to have succeeded, right? できたようだ it seems to have been successful, right? Okay. The way that I would translate this is, even so, what I was doing was more than enough to invoke invoke I guess think this is how I would do it. Okay, let's go over it. So, 絶望感 would be the feeling of despair. Here I just simplified it to just despair. To invoke a feeling of despair would be to sort of like put it in as is, but you don't really need it. So again, simplify. And so 演出する is something that I really had trouble with. So 演出する is to sort of, again, you can't directly translate it into English. It is what it is. So the word I used to represent it is I translated it into invoke, right? So "十分に絶望感は演出できた." I don't know how to explain this properly. I think I split up the 演出できる into what I was doing and invoke. Oh, how to explain this? So one thing is, sorry about that. That's my thing for lunch, but screw that. One thing is, the subject is not here in this sentence. This sentence doesn't have the subject. So I put the subject back in by linking it to what I was talking about before. So this is それでも So what is successfully invoking the sense of despair? What is, right? It's this, right? It's what Sago was talking about before. The way he's attacking in waves. その3、4体で波状攻撃 in waves of 3 or 4. Here he was saying like I wanted to do it like 100 at a time, but you know, like my brain is too small. My brain is too smooth for that. I can't do it. I can only do like 3 or 4 at once, and I'm sending them in waves. You know, that's what he did. That's what he said. However, then this is to sort of like flip that around, but he's like, however, even so, that was enough to invoke despair in Kuma-san. So I guess you can use that. However, I think I'll keep this just because I would prefer to spell it out because there's a dialogue between this and this. So I think I prefer to spell it out. So yeah, basically that's how I would do the sentence. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay, he says, even so, it seemed the scenario instilled more than enough despair. The scenario instilled more than enough. それでも、十分に絶望感が演出できた。ほう。I like this. I actually like this. Even so. Let me bring it over. This is actually pretty good. I like it. One thing that I would change, and one thing that I forgot to talk about is the Yoda. It instills a certain degree of uncertainty. That is correct. However, it's a degree. That means it can be more, it can be less. And in a situation like this, I wouldn't say seemed, I would say it is clear. It is clear that the scenario would be what I would use. And you would go, what? Where's the uncertainty in that? The uncertainty would be the fact that Sago is saying it was clear means it is seen from Sago's perspective. So you're not inside Kuma-san's head. So it seems you can see that he's feeling despair, but you don't know for sure. So that would be where I would put the uncertainty. Otherwise, I like this very much. Good job, Heish. Good job. Let me see. Aura, hey. Despite my uncertainty, the plan I coordinated seemed to have planted an adequate feeling of despair. Okay, so first of all, this is a bit too long. We want to shorten it. We want to make it snappier. Okay. Second, despite my uncertainty. Hold on. What I should do? Maybe I'll do better next time. You just keep doing it, and you'll eventually get there. View. I want to freeze the first column. Okay, let's go. Okay, それでも despite my uncertainty, so the uncertainty is not quite there. That's not how you would say that. I'm not sure if this despite my uncertainty is from the それでも or if it's from the Yoda, but it's not quite right. The plan I coordinated, so that's you had the same idea that I did, where you want to spell out what the thing from before. So that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I would again say this sounds a bit stiff because the term coordinated is a big word. It's a big word. So one way that you can make your text sound less stiff is to use smaller words, shorter words, like this, in simpler words. When you want to sound, conversely, if you want to go the other way, and you want to sound more official on something, or you want something to sound, if you have certain characters that sound like official, like a general, or like somebody in a position of authority, then you would purposely use longer words. But here, and like the plan I coordinated, something like that. Here, this would not quite fit the voice. So, but the idea is correct. Okay, seem to have planted an adequate feeling of despair. So adequate would not be quite right because it's jubun. It's true that jubun means enough. So literally this would be correct, but contextually we would want something more. Because here again, this is we're contrasting with this sentence, right? This sentence is to say like I can only do it in ways of 3 or 4, and then this is supposed to contrast that. It's supposed to say like even though I can only do it in ways of 3 or 4, it is more than enough to make him despair, right? So here I would say planted more than enough despair. So yep, that would be how I go. That is from the それでも. I tend to be too wordy. Don't worry, that is a problem that I have myself as well. I don't really have any tips for it, except for just this sort of stuff is easier to spot when it's someone else doing it rather than you. I'm sorry to say that, it's true, but yeah, that is something that I'm working on myself as well. So good luck. Even when the odds are overwhelming, okay, now we have more to do. Even when the odds are overwhelming, seems like it all worked out in the end. So this is it's not quite there. It's not quite there. Okay, the それでも, there is the even though. So the even is correct. The odds are overwhelming is, I'm not quite sure where this came from, and I'm not sure where it worked out in the end came from. But good try. I do want to hear how you read the sentence, in case I can help sort of work out any misunderstandings you had. But yeah, let me know. I'll keep the light novel in mind. that's if it helps. Then I only know それでも and できま. There's no できま here though. Oh, できた. できた. Ta. 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 できた. So that's to have successfully done something, but in a past tense. So did. Ah, I see. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, this would be the sentence that I would go with. You know, as always, I always say this, but I always look at these afterwards, just to sort of edit my work, and sometimes I would completely change the sentence. So that's the thing. That's that. Okay then, that is it for the translation today. Now it's time for the fun thing. It's time for the fun thing that I mentioned. This is not gonna end well for me, I don't think. But okay. Have you guys do you guys know that there's so you guys know that I work for a J Novel, right? Like J Novel Club, right? It was embarrassing. No, don't worry. I'm gonna embarrass myself even more now, so don't worry about it. So J Novel Club sort of set up a new a challenge thing, and I'm thinking of doing it. They started this thing called the Hatako Challenge. And it seems so fun. It seems like the perfect chuny thing to do. So I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it now. Obviously, my submission is not gonna be an official submission because it's like those of us who work for J Novel, we can't sort of participate in this. That's not how that works. So it's not gonna be an official submission, but it will be. I'm just gonna do it just to have fun. Anyways, here's the passage. From Ino. It was a good series. I loved Ino. But yeah, like when J Novel announced that they picked this up, I was like, oh my god, so good. For whoever is translating it, I think it's Tristan. I think who's doing it. But look at this passage. Look at this passage. Look at this. This is not. This is not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well at all. But if you guys want to try it too, I'll link it some other time. I'll probably link it on Twitter or something. Anyways, this is the post, the Twitter post from JNC, and down here is the script. So if you want to try it, and if you try and if you win, I guess you get to win 3 light novels, ebooks of your choice. And of course, you're gonna pick up the ones I worked on, right? Obviously. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm joking. There are a lot of really good series on JNC. But yep. Are you sure this passage was edited? I mean, it reads pretty good. There's this one sentence that I don't really agree with. But it's just a minor editing thing. But yeah. and this is the anime scene, but I'm not gonna play it because in case it triggers copyright and stuff like that. But I'm talking myself into being very, very nervous. BGM 消して turning off the BGM. Let me get some water first. I'm getting nervous now. You're supposed to do this in one take, right? Do the rant in one take and tag your video with the tag. So I have to do this in one take. Even though I mess up, I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep going. Okay? And hold on. Let me try to change my voice. Changing my voice, making it going up a bit higher. I'm gonna change the voice to. Why am I doing this? Why do I do this to myself? Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Here we go. いくぞ. Okay. What's so great about stuff being bloody? I don't care if you say it in English, it's still blood. I hate blood. If you're covered in blood, it doesn't mean you're cool, it means you're hurt. And what's so cool about madness? Why would anyone want to be crazy? I sure don't. There's nothing good about it. I don't understand. And what about sinful, huh? Why would that be a good thing? And what? Irredeemable sin supposed to be even better? If sinful people are cool, then does that mean all the criminals of the world are cool too? And what's chaos supposed to mean anyway? Do you mean it like literally? Then what's the point even? Why does everyone always have to be black this and white that? Being in monochrome doesn't make things cool, it makes them boring. I like colorful stuff. I like pink and green and yellow. How's red any different from crimson? How's blue any different from azure? This isn't art class, just use normal words. What do you mean darkness? What's so special about it? You like it when it's dark out? You think gloomy days are cool? And why do you have to have a dark side? There's no way having one of those would be anything other than awful. You know that having multiple personalities is a mental disorder, right? Same with savant syndrome. It's not a superpower. It's a condition that people struggle with. Why would you want that? Do you realize how hard it must be to live with? And why would you want to have homicidal impulses? You can't get by without killing people? That's supposed to be amazing somehow? Well, it's not. There's nothing cool about killing people. Of course there isn't. If you have to pick between good and evil, why do you always have to go with evil? That's not the right choice, isn't it obvious? Why would evil be good? Evil is evil. What's so cool about your arms throbbing? You like how it feels when you can't hold your own power back? That doesn't make you look cool, it makes you look stupid. People who can control themselves are the cool ones. They're praiseworthy. And what's so incredible about hiding your true power? That just means you're being lazy. Cool people put their all into everything they do. Cool people try. You think having white hair and red eyes is stylish? It's not, it's creepy. Only rabbits have eyes like that. Slaughter, calamity, devastation, vicious, malevolent, hollow, terminal. Why do you always go so far out of your way to use all these stupid, scary words? Are you trying to curse someone or what? There are plenty of nice words out there. Use those instead. Why do you have to give titles to everyone and everything? Having a ton of nicknames just makes things confusing, especially when they're all random English gibberish. How am I supposed to remember those? And same for true names. What does that even mean? What does giving yourself a true name actually do for you? Stop saying requiem when you could just say song. Stop saying taboo when you could just say bad. Stop saying jihad when you could just say war, and stop saying war when you can just say fight. Destruction isn't a clever play on words. Nobody cares if slaughter is laughter with an S. Using awesome with its own definition doesn't make you sound smart. Don't just read some article about Greek mythology and talk my ear off about it. Same for Norse mythology and Japanese and the Bible. You think the names in them are cool? That's it? I won't understand if you can't actually tell me what any of them mean. What sort of gods are Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi? What did Zeus and Odin actually do in the stories? So Lucifer was an archangel before he became a fallen angel, and? Is the fallen part cool? Is that it? If you're gonna teach me about this stuff, then actually teach me about it. And I mean the whole picture, not the weapons that show up in them. There's nothing fun about hearing about those. I have no idea what Gungnir or Longinus or Excalibur or Durandor or Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi are, and I don't care. I don't understand what's so cool about them at all. And that goes for all the other random terms you use too. You go on and on about original sin and the 10 Commandments and Genesis and Revelations and Armageddon, and then you all, aren't their names great? What does that mean? How can you tell us something's cool from its name? And you tell me, I just have to get a feel for it? Well, I can't. Dumb stuff still looks dumb to me, no matter how many times I see it. And besides, I've never been interested in myths and religious texts and stuff in the first place. Even the animals in them are all creepy. Cerberus, Oberus, Yamano Orochi, Fenrir, Phoenixes, they're all just weird. I like normal animals, cute ones. I like puppies and kittens. Just because you did a little research online about the theory of relativity, or Schrodinger's cat, or universal gravitation, or whatever, doesn't mean you're some kind of expert. If you don't even know what you're talking about, there's no way I'm gonna understand your explanation. It'll just give me a headache. Stop quoting Nietzsche and Goethe at me. I don't even know who they are, so the quotes don't mean anything to me. I won't understand what you're trying to say at all. Talk to me in your words, please. For once, just say something I can understand. What is Chuni? What does Chuni mean? I don't understand. 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 Don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Jew, I've never ever understood a single word you've ever said to me. And there we go. Oh, that was a long passage. I kept having to swallow my saliva. Honestly, I'm impressed. Did you practice? Nope, not at all. Not at all. So that's out there in the internet now. I'm probably gonna clip it and tag it with the tag. Let's see how that goes. I've heard these sentiments from so many writers. So much for rule of cool. This is the passage that kills the rule of cool. It's pretty. If later on go watch this clip again, it's pretty sort of like, he kind of deserves it. He's like, he won't understand, even though she's his childhood friend, and he's always been talking about this sort of shit. So this passage is a lot longer than the anime clip was. The anime did a good job of sort of shortening it, but yeah. This was a fun thing to do. That's quite a speech. It is, isn't it? And apparently, so the reason why the challenge says to do it in one take is because the voice actress for an anime, she did it in one take. Hayami Saori, which is amazing, which is incredible. Go listen to it. But this passage, Oh boy. And this part is just damn. I don't understand what that was, but take my money for it. Thank you, Louise. This part was just long. This just a lot of I don't understands. I had to get a little bit creative with that. But yeah. If you like it, go join the do your own thing. I mean, it doesn't take that long. It took me like a few minutes. Upload it. See if you can win a few books. So that's the fun thing that I wanted to do. So we're all done with that. Okay, then let's go to Zatsudan. Zatsudan Ikoka. What are some other like famous? Ooh, I'm so big here. Let's back up a little bit. What are some famous passages from anime that you guys that come to mind? Went a little bit lemony snick at the end. I know, right? That's literally the first thing I thought of when I saw the passage. That's a lemony snick. He had like a whole page of something. Like I don't remember what it was. He did a thing where it was like a whole page of just like one sentence, one word. I don't remember. But it was really funny. Lemony Snicket. Famous page. There you go. Ever. Amazing. Does my strong English accent have a chance? You do. That's the wrong thing. No, that's not. Yeah. Because there's someone else who did it. I don't know if you guys know him, Kanipa. I mean, he's pretty famous, I think, right? Kanipa? He did it also. And he has a British accent too. I more to have a dream. That's Martin Luther King, isn't it? that's not anime. I like when Gon snaps at Killua when he criticizes Gon for using a hostage. Is that a famous passage? If there's a famous passage, then link it in chat. We'll see. What other famous passages are there in anime? There was that one from Mao Yu. I'm not sure that I can find it, but now these are all like small quotes. No. This series, Mao Yusha. It's sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. Technically, it's a romance story, but it's also sort of like both the Mao and the Yusha are sort of working together to bring peace in the world, but humans are just shit. Humans are absolute pieces of shit. So, but they do their best. And then there's this like passage where like they free a whole bunch of people, and it talks about freedom and all that. It was a pretty good one, but yeah. It was Giovanni have a dream. Really, I've never watched JoJo. Giorno have a dream. Ho. This doesn't give the whole thing. I can't find the speech. このジオのジオバニには夢がある。Alright. Mega means explosion call. Those are always good. Those are always so freaking tuney. But they're always different, right? Explosion. Speech. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kumagawa justifying beating winners in life in Medica box. Oh my god, I remember that passage. That page. There was so much text on it. It was so fucking filled with text. God damn. Nice. Got it. Is it in Japanese? Oh, it's all just in English. It's all in English. It's cooler in Japanese though. Let me see how it is. Let me try this with like a lower voice. Let's let me just lower my register so it's a low voice. Okay, here we go. Darkness blacker than black and darker than dark, I beseech thee, combine with my deep crimson. The time of awakening cometh. Justice fallen upon the infallible boundary, appear now as an intangible distortions. I desire for my torrent of power a destructive force without equal. Return all creation to cinders and come from the abyss. Explosion! There's a lot of repetition in here, huh? There's a lot of repetition. Is this the official translation? There's a lot of repetition. Infallible, intangible. Okay, that's fine. Appear now as an intangible distortions. Suspect this is not an official translation. Desire for my torrent of power, destructive force without equal. This I would give it a pass because it's being sort of dramatic, but if you want a novel with long monologues, the Monogatari is the first that comes to mind. Oh my god, don't even get me started with Monogatari. I've never gotten into it because like the English doesn't do it justice. And the Japanese is a bit really high level, so it's hard. It's very hard. It's embarrassing. Okay, no. What? まあいいや。Let's do this. I want to beat. No, actually, his voice is a bit higher. I want to beat them. Even though I'm not cool or strong or just or beautiful or cute or pretty. I want to beat the cool, the strong, just, beautiful, and pretty. And I want to beat them. Even though I'm not cool or strong or just or beautiful or cute or pretty. I want to beat the cool, strong, just, beautiful, cute, and pretty people. Even though I wasn't blessed with talent, Even though I'm stupid and I have a bad personality, have bad grades, I'm misguided, and I'm good for nothing, I want to beat the talented, smart, likable, overachieving people. I want to beat those with friends when I can't have friends. I want to beat the people who work hard when I can't work hard. I want to beat the victorious people when I can't win. I want to beat the happy people when I'm miserable, even when I'm hated, even if I'm despised, even if I'm useless. I want to prove that I'm better than the main characters. I mean, this is a bit... I mean, this speech is a bit, you know... I don't know, man. I feel like if you can try hard enough to where you can beat everybody, I feel like you can just straight out try to be, just straight out try to have friends and just straight out try to work hard and straight out try to win, man. Honestly, Kumagawa was like an interesting character, but he was a bit of a contradiction. But he did make for a pretty good antagonist, I feel like. So I liked that. But anyways, going back to chatting. Did you guys watch Third Fest the other day? Because unfortunately, I didn't. I don't know why I'm bringing this up when I don't know anything about it. Honestly, it was like I have this thing where I like to get involved with things when they're smaller, but when they get too big, I just peace out. I don't want to. I don't feel like I want to continue being involved. I don't know why. It's this weird thing. Like here, like Third Fest has gotten so big. Like there were like 12 hours, was it? At least 6 hours. At least 6 hours each day, was it? So 12 hours in total, not counting the concert, I think. How long was the concert? I don't know. So I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna not watch that. I'm just gonna not know anything about it, and I'm gonna continue just sort of like enjoying sort of like a small sort of limited part of Hololive content. I don't know why. I don't know. Hipsterism. Maybe I'm being hipster. I think let me try to sort of put it into words. I think part of it is because if I get involved into something, I kind of really want to know everything about it. I want to keep continuously up to date about something. But if something gets too big, it goes beyond my ability to keep abreast of everything, and so I choose to just not get involved at all, period. Basically, I think. I don't know. It might be like a weird way of dealing with things. I just saw clips. Yeah, there were a lot of clips around. I do that a lot too with mainstream shonen. Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point where there's just too much content, and so I just peace out. I used to be really into AKB also, but then it also got to a point where there were just like too many new members, too many shows, too many things to watch, and so I just started. My interest is sort of died out, I suppose. I mean, it's a lot better with Hololive because with Hololive I can sort of like choose what I want to get involved with, and if I step away for a while, I can always come back because the girls will always be there, and so I can just hop in and translate another new thing. But yeah, it comes to a point where I can't sort of like involve myself with everything. And also, like lately, I've also been sort of getting more involved with sort of more the friends, like social friends. So there's that too, and God, if only I had more time, right? If only there was more time in each day. Is there anything that you guys sort of, if you had all the time in the world, well, maybe I shouldn't say all the time in the world. If you had just a bit more time than what you currently have, just enough to pick up one new thing or do one new thing, what would it be? What would you guys do? I feel like because like if the question is like if you have all the time in the world, then I guess that goes into a whole that's a whole different paradigm, right? Because then you'll be like, oh, I'll learn a new language or some random shit. But like if you had just enough time for like one more thing to put into your life, what would it be? VTubers have that unique mix of you don't have to pay close attention and there's too much to sit down and watch anyway. Exactly. That's true. That's true. So I very much appreciate you guys being here and spending this time with me. I want to be a VTuber. Oh, what kind of content would you produce? What kind of thing would you do? Like, but like being a VTuber takes time also. Like I still consider myself not a full VTuber, honestly, to be honest with you guys. I still consider myself sort of like a half VTuber or like a part-time VTuber. Although I understand that there are other people who are doing VTubing sort of as a side thing. I don't know. I've not yet gotten to the part where I feel like I'm a full VTuber, because I never have enough time to do this properly and really sit down and be serious about this. But like I sort of do this as a side thing, and also like when I game, honestly, it's just me de-stressing. It's just me sort of working out sort of like my fatigue from work. Whereas like I feel like a lot of other VTubers, they're like, you know, oh, you know, I'm here because of you guys, and which is true, I feel like, but they're like, you guys give me strength and all that. And I mean, like I really appreciate you guys watching and stuff, but honestly, to be blunt, it's not so much. I'm doing this more just as a way to de-stress, honestly. And I mean, like these translation streams is a bit different, because I'm trying to sort of provide something. I'm trying to like provide sort of like a Japanese learning kind of thing. But like when I game, honestly, I'm just de-stressing. An animated film project or a game. Ooh, that sounds fun. Like making something is always fun. It's always fun. What kind of thing would you want to make though? What kind of project? What kind of game? What genre would it be? Would it have a proper story? Things like that. The Chuny roleplay with own world and story. Nice. Chuny is always fun. Though Chuny is sort of the thing where like you do it, and I feel like a few years down the road you would die. Or maybe not. I mean, I've always been sort of Chuny, and I'm really old now, so and I'm still Chuny. Maybe I'll just remain Chuny for the rest of my life. Talk about roleplay. I really want to be part of like a TRPG kind of thing, but obviously I won't have the time or have the ability to be game master. But like I want to get into like a thing with like streamers maybe, like, and then we would like go on adventures or something. I don't know. I actually don't even really know how TRPG works. I don't. And they're always too long to watch. All the videos where people do TRPG, they're always too long to watch, I feel like. And here I am saying that I want to make that kind of content. That's so stupid. I don't know. My teammates disconnected in Apex. Ha! That's because you're playing Apex. Ha! I don't play Apex anymore. Ha! Unless if like, yeah, no unless. Like last night, apparently Yuna is pretty good at Apex too. Like she got diamond or something, diamond or platinum. I can't tell the difference. I don't know the difference. She's pretty good. But last night, like Yaman Sensei came to her stream, and then she was like, "Oh, did you guys know Yaman Sensei is an absolute god at the game?" And I was like, "Oh, interesting." Not related to me though, because I just I'm bad at FPSs in general. I don't know how people do it. I don't know. When I shoot, I need to stop and I need to properly aim, and then I shoot. So that's why when I play games of guns, I like sniper rifles. Like Far Cry. I used to play Far Cry, and I always get the sniper rifle because then I could like stay like far away and I could take my time and do all the shots that I want. Writing rap lyrics. Rap lyrics? Motherfucker Doom style? What's motherfucker Doom? Or artsy novellas where nothing happens but it's calming to read. That sounds so fun. Like just having the time to just sit down and just write. Just brainstorm ideas and characters and places to be and places to explore and like a whole new world. A whole new world. And just designing your own world. Yeah, that sounds really fun. But again, it would take time. Something with a story, like an RPG or a tactics game. There's a bunch of different ideas. Oof. Nice. Would you be doing it alone or with other people? Because from my understanding, and I don't know anything about this, it takes a lot to make a game, right? I wouldn't know. He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Eh? I don't have a favorite rapper though. I mean, I don't really listen to rap much in general. I know nothing about rap. Like what I listen to is more like, I mean, I don't really listen to much nowadays. I used to listen to quite a lot more, but I mean, usually I just listen to Annie songs, basically. That's it. Just Annie songs. And Cantonese rap is so bad. So bad. If we're talking about rap, you know, like they're idols in Hong Kong also. And then some of them, they're like rap tracks. And like I almost rarely leave my house. So I almost never come into contact with that kind of thing, right? But like sometimes, like they're like really, they're ones that go viral on the internet, and then my sister shows them to me because they're so bad. Cantonese is a language that is very, very, very not good for rapping. A small team would be ideal, but that would require a budget. Honestly, everything that you do requires a budget, wouldn't it? Being a VTuber requires a budget because you have to buy the model, you have to buy the mic, buy the webcam. Everything requires a budget, but I mean, sort of the question that I asked was sort of like, what would you do if you had the extra time? So I guess I'm assuming that all of you won't actually get around to all of this, but so this is more just figurative talking, but so if it's just figurative, then you wouldn't really have to worry about the money. But if you actually want to, then you can think about sort of entering the game industry. I guess I wouldn't know how to get into that. I have no idea how that works. A day in Mars is 37 minutes longer. Is that enough for you? No. I want at least 3 hours more each day. Honestly, if someone ever develops like a technology where you don't have to sleep anymore, I would be the first person to buy it, man. I think sleeping is such a waste of time. God damn. Like, think about it. Like, I'm gonna like sort of cut down on my sleep. I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna be sleeping only 6 hours every day. But 6 out of 24 is still a fourth. You're wasting. I'm wasting a fourth of my life, my entire life, just being in bed and being unconscious. Think about it. It's such a waste of time. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, so sort of like starting tomorrow. Yes, I said tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up at 6 or 6:30, so somewhere around there, and I'm gonna start doing like a stream at 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna actually sort of tackle the whole steno thing. I'm gonna try to learn steno for real, and I'm fucking serious about this, man. For now, at least right now, before I haven't even started, so it's easy for me to say whatever. But I feel like I want to be serious about this, but I don't know how long I would actually be able to keep it up. Honestly. Feels like a grind culture talking point. Which one? What do you mean? But yeah, so I don't know that it will be entertaining. I don't know that it would be that, but it would be me struggling. So I don't know if that's entertaining, but like yeah, the idea is to keep it up for every day until I get better, like, with the exceptions of Mondays. Because Mondays I usually wake up at because usually there's asamio and I translate for that. It starts at 6:30 and it lasts until 7:30. So I mean I can't really do a 7 to 8 stream. So with the exceptions of Mondays, Tuesdays I don't know because I usually do these streams. But I'm gonna see how it goes first. I'm gonna do it for 5 times this week, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna do that first and then see how it goes. See if I can keep it up. If so, maybe I might do it on Tuesday also. Then I would do it like 6 days a week. But it's easier for me to say now because I haven't done jack shit. So we will see. We will see. The whole sleeping is a waste of time thing. I don't know if it's part of a culture or whatever, but honestly, I honestly think that sleep is a fucking waste of time. But I mean, it's something that you have to do. So I wouldn't go like sleep is a waste of time, so don't sleep. I wouldn't say that because to function as humans, you do need to sleep. So I wouldn't force people to stop sleeping. But it's just my opinion on sleep is that it's a fucking waste of time. And honestly, my life is pretty much a grind right now, I would imagine. Like, aside from when I stream, I'm working pretty much the rest of the time. Except for the times that I block out for lunch and for dinner, I'm working all the time. Literally. I mean, it's fine though. Nice. That steno dictionary looked pretty extensive. I know, right? There's gonna be so much to learn, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle it. But I do want to type faster. Part of it is because I want to because I do translation for my work, right? So I type pages and pages and pages and pages of shit every day, all the time, all day. So being able to type faster would definitely help with that. Makes that go faster. But secondly, also the original intention for picking it up is so that I can do live translations faster. But we will see. We will see. Like I have the board. I have the steno board. I've got like a weird wire thingy that I want to replace, but I don't know. In order to buy tech stuff, I have to go really far. In if you know Hong Kong, I live in Tuen Mun and I have to go all the way to Sham Shui Po, and it's gonna take like a whole hour just to get out there. And for like one measly wire, I don't know. Maybe sometime I'll find time for it, but we'll see. At the moment, it's servable. It's servable. As you guys could see the other day, when I do these steno streams, I'm probably gonna do it with my hand actually showing, in case anybody is interested in it. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would be interested in the hand, but like yeah. So that would be a thing. I figured out how. Like originally, I still need a wire for the GoPro. So originally Tom, who dropped by earlier, asked him how he does his pizza streams, right? Because he does these streams where he cooks pizza on stream while doing zatsudan. And so I asked him about his setup, and then he has like a camera, and he has like a really nice camera and stuff, but like I sort of like my idea of sort of reproducing it was to use a GoPro because I have like an old one lying around, but it's too old. Apparently it's too old and it can't stream directly. So I need like so I bought a capture card for it, but turns out I need like a mini HDMI cable. Is it mini or is it micro? I can't remember the difference. The smaller one to plug into the GoPro, and then to plug that into the capture card, and then to plug the capture card into the computer. But I don't have that first wire for connecting the GoPro to the capture card, so that is not happening. Well, at least until I find a wire. So instead, I did some digging. I did some YouTubing, and people told me about Ninja, which is this thing where I was taking the feed from my phone, and it was sending it online, and then I can put that feed into my OBS. So there's that. But like the first time I did it, it sort of it overheated my phone. The second time it was fine. It didn't overheat. I don't know what the difference was. I don't know. But like so basically I'm incentivized to get that HDMI wire so I can use the GoPro instead, and hopefully the GoPro won't overheat. I don't know. So I need 2 wires, but I don't have the time to go and find the wires. I'm up wire shit creek. Taishi sank. What do you mean? It's a normal hand. It's a very normal hand. But so yeah, I guess the next stream would be next morning. Would be tomorrow morning. It would be the steno, and we'll be getting into it. There's like a textbook. It's a free textbook. Everything's free. The whole Plover project is free. It's absolutely amazing what the people there are doing. But it's absolutely free. But it will be a proper textbook. So I'll be going through the textbook with my board on hand and everything. So if you feel like tuning into something early first thing in the morning, that will be what it will be. And otherwise, my next proper stream would be Arc, I believe, on Thursday night. So there's that. Alright then, I might be doing it with Yura, and we will be going around looking for tech Rexes. They're so rare, I feel like. Is there like a special place for them? I don't know. We will see. We will see. But anyways, alright, that is it for today's stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And you have yourselves a nice day. I'll see you again sometime. おつ大使でした。バイバイ。Arg.